Hey everybody, welcome to SugaShanes Sweet Life. In today's episode, I'm basically going to be just discussing as to why I chose to live out of my car, and also give you a tour of my car and my setup. Maybe I can answer some questions that you guys may be having or wondering, like how I'm doing what I'm doing, or why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I guess first off, we'll get into why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm actually moving from Jacksonville. I moved from Jacksonville, Florida, to Charlotte to accept a better paying position, a job that doubled my salary. So it's definitely not a necessity for me to be living out of my car. It's definitely all by choice. I figure strategically it's the best way to save a lot of money. You know, I had paid off my college loan debt back in April. I lived on my own for probably the past 12 years in a one bedroom, one bath apartment. Did the normal thing for a while, I guess. Normal. You know, this is pretty unique to most, and maybe some people are interested in living this lifestyle. To me, I'm not even gonna lie, I've been doing it since August. It is now November, and I enjoy it. I feel like it's like camping every day for me, you know. And where I was previously when I was in Jacksonville, Florida, I lived in a one bedroom, one bath apartment with a washer and dryer. And I lived there for probably about 9 years, in the same apartment. I just found that my life was just very stagnant, very stagnant and routine. And I just kind of wanted to try something new. Me moving to Charlotte, I researched, a lot of the apartments and stuff like that. And I realized that rent had gone up here, you know, probably be paying $800 to $1,200 a month, $1,200 for a good apartment, Um, Definitely affordable. I could afford it. I just figured to myself, though, I know that I can do this living out of my car thing. So, what I went ahead and did is remove the passenger side seat out of my car. I went to my friend Dylan's, he's very handy. He's a good guy. That's my homie for real. That's my bro. And it was just destiny. It was just meant to happen. He had all the right wood and the equipment, and we set up my car. I'll show you guys in a little bit, and we just hooked it up, man. So we just hooked it up, turned my passenger side seat into a bed, and it just really worked out. Added some cushions and things. Like I said, I'll get into that. But as to why I'm doing what I'm doing, I've told my family and my brothers and my friends and stuff like that. Everybody looks at me like I'm nuts. They're like, why? You're making double your salary. Like, why? Why do this? And I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes you just feel like doing something different, just changing it up. It's not seen as normal, and everybody looks at you like you're so different. Like you're weird. But I mean, honestly, this is just something I wanted to try. And honestly, I just didn't want to pay any bills. I had just paid off my student loan debt back in April, just basically strapped me of all my cash that I saved up. I worked hard to pay that off. It's like 80,000 in debt. And, once I got that off my back, I just didn't feel like paying bills anymore. You know, I was just tired of living by just working to just, you know, survive basically, working just to pay bills and keep a roof over my head. And this way, I'm working and all the money is going towards the things that I want to do. And mainly what I like to do is travel, so I want to save money so I can be able to travel more. I'd like to save money just to be able to do what I want to do, eat the healthy foods that I like to eat, live a healthy lifestyle. Also just stack up, maybe save for some property or some land, maybe a down payment on a house if I ever wanted to do the normal thing. I'm a single guy right now, so buying a house is not really on my top priority list, but it is for the future. I do hope to maybe one day, settle down, get married, have kids, do all that stuff, if the right lady comes around. So I mean, if that happens, then yeah, I mean, I want to be ready for it. So it's always good to keep that in mind. It's better to have money in than always sending money out. And I'm a simple guy. I don't need a lot of things to make me happy. You know. With that being said, man, there's a quote, and I would really like it to be just the quote of this video. I forget where I heard it from. unknown person to me. I don't know. Somebody famous might have said it. I don't remember. I don't recall where I've heard it from. But the quote is, the person that is the richest isn't the one that has the most, but it's the person that needs the least. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in for a moment and really think about the things that you need. I guess I'm living a minimalist life, but I really think it's more about simplifying my life. I don't want to complicate things. I have no desire for fancy clothes and furniture and materialistic items. I have no desire for any of that right now. So really, all I want to do is just create experiences, and just enjoy myself. The things that I need in life is really not a lot. The person that is the richest isn't the one that has the most. It is the person that needs the least. So just remember that. Remember that. If you don't take anything from my videos, anything at all, please just take that quote, write it down. I say it to myself every day, because it is so true. While money can buy a lot of happiness, and I would be happy with millions of dollars in my bank, don't get me wrong, it would be easier. Life would be a lot easier, and just knowing that there's one less thing to worry about is money. But honestly, I myself don't need a lot. I think I only aspire to get more as if I ever wanted to have a family. I understand that raising kids is expensive, and I think that's my only reason for wanting to put money aside, is for that purpose of one day, hopefully, having kids and maybe a wife and things like that, And there's several different topics I'd like to get into, but I'm not really trying to make this video too long. I'll probably have to do a lot of little videos, but basically on my show, you guys are going to just follow me through my journey, see how I'm eating, see how I'm living, and I'm going to incorporate art into it. I like to paint, I like to draw. I just started messing around with stop animation, basically action figures. It's coming along just fine, but maybe we'll incorporate some of that into the videos, and we'll just see what you guys like, see if you guys enjoy it or whatnot. I'm not going to tell anybody to like and subscribe. That's completely on you. I'm just doing this more to document my journey. I'm single with no kids right now, so this is the time for me to do this, and like I said, I really don't need a lot. So I don't need a roof over my head, and all that stuff. I got my car and a place to sleep, but as far as some of the questions that you guys might have, as to where am I taking a shower at? Well, my job I have access to a shower from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and they have a shower and they have a gym, so it makes it very convenient. Also, I have a Planet Fitness subscription. I got the black card. It's like $22 a month. And, that's always convenient as well, because Planet Fitness is all around the United States and stuff like that. So if I'm ever out and about, and I need to take a shower somewhere, I have that, at my leisure. So it's always good to, have that. What I do with my stuff. I was a normal guy, obviously, like I said, normal before this. What you think might be normal. I had furniture, had TVs, clothes, shoes, tons of shoes. And really just, decided to put that all in storage. I wasn't sure if this lifestyle was going to work out, so in case it didn't work out, I figured I could always go get a place, keep my stuff in storage. So pay for a storage unit. It's probably about $55 a month for the first 3 months, promotional. Then it goes up to like $86 a month. Still not bad, so I figured I might as well keep all my stuff in there for the time being. And what else? I can't really think of what else. How I'm eating. Oh, where do I store my food? That's the number one. I thought I might have to get a cooler to be able to store my food. Found out, my job, I have access to a refrigerator. They only clean out the refrigerator once a month, and they have it they have a calendar on the refrigerator as to what days they clean it out. So what I usually go ahead and do is I cook with my Coleman camping cooker. You guys will see that in future episodes. But basically, it's just an outdoor stove with 2 skillets, propane tank, real simple setup. And basically, I just cook and meal prep, lug all that stuff into work, put it in my work refrigerator, and I have it. I just have it. So when I'm wanting to eat something or go have lunch or whatever, I'm good to go. So that was my biggest concern, is where I'm going to store food, and that was addressed. Like I said, I've been doing this I moved out here in August, and I've been doing this. It is now November, I believe it's the 10th of November. So I've been doing this for, what was that, 3 months? August, September, something like that, I don't even know. But yeah, so I've been doing it for a little bit now. But I don't really want to make this video too long. I feel people's maybe attention spans aren't really going to be synced in, and just a lot of people just don't have the time to just sacrifice a half hour, 2 hours, whatever it may be. Some people may, but they're going to have to sit down and so I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to give you a tour of my car. So there it is. This is my house, my home on wheels, the 2010 Chevy Cobalt. As you can see, I got the windows tinted out for privacy purposes. If I'm sleeping and stuff like that in my car, I don't want nobody to be able to see it. I also got the sun reflectors in the window here. Again, just to get more privacy, and also, I don't want people to look in my car and be like, oh, he's got a bed in there, get nosy and suspicious and whatnot. So I always try to keep it blacked out from the outside. You can't see through my tints, man. They're real dark. Even putting your face up to it is kind of tough to see. I got all of them done, just for privacy purposes. Makes things a lot easier. So what I'm about to do is go ahead and show you guys my bed. Open that one up, get more light. Just give me one moment here. As you can see, this is my bed. This is how I did it. Like I said, me and my friend Dylan removed the passenger side seat from the car, and we went ahead and put a bed in there. So got this top blanket just as extra warm, warmth. Got my sleeping bag. It's starting to get cold. It drops down to the 20s, 30s, at night. Got that lined in with another, comfortable blanket. So, beneath my sleeping bag, I got, a comforter, and then I got another comforter just for some cushion and extra warmth as well if I ever needed it. And then below that, I got this, memory cushion, from Walmart. It's like $24 there. Thought that was a good investment, to make it more comfortable. So it's like a mattress. And then I got this green pad wrapped in it, so even more cushion. Feels like I'm sleeping on a mattress, for real. And as you can see, that my setup, this wood plank, it goes up until, probably, let me show you. It goes up until the back seat of my car. As you can see that, man, Dylan did a great job, man. Shout out to my boy Dylan, for real. It's real handy. Put this together in like probably less than an hour. And he just had all the right wood. It was just like destiny. And got these bottom compartments, which makes things a lot easier to store stuff. It's where I store mainly all my cooking stuff. In this bag, I got just seasonings and things like that. I got the propane tanks for my Coleman cooker. Got the spray, for your pans. I got, cutting board. See, here I got my, spatula, knife, utensils and things like that. So I'm able to use all that. Second here, I got some cups, I got, pots, pans. I mean, you guys get the gist. I don't think I need to bring it all out and show you guys. But basically, that's the setup on there. That's where I'm able to store all my cooking material. Okay, and in this compartment, I basically just have my supplements, you know, just vitamins and things like that. Just like I said, I'm all about my health and my nutrition, so I make sure I have that. It keeps me running strong so I don't ever get sick. This bin here, this is my male maintenance grooming kit, basically, you know, for shaving my head mainly. Got an extra toothbrush in there, extra bar of soap, some batteries, you know, more hair clippers. Said I'm a bald man, so I gotta shave my head and keep it tight, keep it looking nice. Back in here in this compartment, just got some books, you know, some reading material. It's a book called Shane. It's a cowboy. Jungle Book. You know, 365 days of living the Tao. This is my trunk. As you can see, I got my bag, you know, towels and stuff like that for showering, you know, body wash and things like that. You know, basic stuff for showering and cleaning your body. You know, shaving cream and stuff. You know, I got laundry stuff, my iron, you know, yeah, all stuff for the laundry room. I got my battery just in case I ever need it. You know, I use it for a lot of different things. Charging my phone if I'm out somewhere where I don't have an outlet. It comes in handy. It's convenient. Got my Coleman cooker. You know, you'll be seeing that a lot in a lot of episodes of me doing some cooking. And got a bottle of water. Obviously, always need water. Got my running shoes, some Tupperware containers, some Q-tips. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, we got some bananas and some avocados and, you know, pepper and stuff like that. Just some food kept in here from time to time. I got my shower shoes. These are awesome, by the way. They don't get soggy. They got holes in them. They're antibacterial or microbial or something like that. What I read when I bought them. Pretty nice. Works out great. More towels. Got skateboard shoes. Got my skateboard. As you can see, it's a dope skateboard. All right, underneath my Coleman cooker, I got my Hot Logic. This thing works like a crock pot, basically. Heats up to 165 degrees. It's good if I'm just trying to, like, you know, have something, you know, cook, you know, something that I need to wait on, basically. That's going to take longer. It's almost like a mini oven for me, but it just takes longer to cook things, but it still works. Does a great job. I got some more shoes in here. What else? Oh yeah, these dry foods. I keep dry foods in here. You know, just got some spaghetti, tuna, stuff I don't have to really worry about going bad. Oatmeal, some fish fry for when I'm frying fish. You know, canned food. Let's see, what else? I got this container too. Just has more seasonings. You know, more canned foods. Store some other stuff in there. That's pretty much it for the trunk, though. Really not a lot to it, obviously. Just store whatever I need to store in the trunk. It's like your average trunk, basically. But this is just where I keep all my, you know, stuff to get me by. But yeah, that's it for the trunk. All right, so right now I'm inside my car. I'm just laying down. As you can see, I got my work shirts over there. You know, try to keep them not as wrinkled, you know. Try to keep them as straight as I can, but you know what? It just is what it is. I'm living in my car, you know. So, got my shoes. These keep me warm at night. I put them on, you know, just to keep my feet warm. Got this whole stack of clothes over here. Go ahead and show you that on the other side there. But I mean, really, there's really no better way to do it. I had a better system. It just looks like a lot because I got a lot of heavier clothes. Like I said, it's getting cold out, so it's always good to have options when you're, you know, trying to keep warm. So I make sure I have that on deck. Got this bottle, you know, and you're like, why do you have, you know, this empty bottle in here, you know? But it comes in handy, and I don't use it very often. It's only if it's an emergency, but this is where I take a piss, man, sometimes. You know, I've only had to use it once. This is a new one. It's never been peed in. I usually, when I pee in one of them, I throw it away. I get rid of it as soon as I can. You know, because you don't want the smell of piss in your car just lingering. But yeah, I always keep one of these on deck just in case I'm in you know, a playground area or whatever where kids are
people or civilians or wherever. I'm not trying to get registered as a sex offender. If I don't trust the area and, I really got to take a piss in the middle of the night or something like that, I'm going to take a piss in here rather than take a piss out there and get busted for some dumb crime, even though I'm just peeing outside. But, so make sure I have one of these on deck just in case if I can't make it to a bathroom in time or whatever. So it's always good to have one of those. And, I could actually show you guys my technique of how I take a piss. When I am parked up, I park in a secluded area. This isn't the parking spot that I use, by the way. This is just another random park that I'm at. Just figured I'd come in here to do it, but I can go ahead and show you how I take a piss. All right, so this is a demonstration on how I take a piss. I usually just scooch towards the end here, and just hang my legs out like so. I'll do this in the middle of the night, and I'll kind of like keep my legs cocked like this, and then I'll just just zip this down, right? Just reach in there and just pull my dick out, and I just go. Thought I was gonna be the real thing, huh? But I figured I'd just go ahead and just give you guys an idea of what I do. So just kind of hang outside of here and just psst. And when I'm done, I'm good. So techniques works pretty good. Makes so I don't have to get up in the middle of the night. Just easy to do, just to hang out the car like that. Just take a piss. Don't have to get outside, walk around, put shoes on, search for something. Like I said, I piss in a secluded area, so nobody's really around to see me. It's pretty ducked off in the cut. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you guys is this. And it'll probably be the last thing. There's really not much to show you, as far as living in a Chevy Cobalt. I mean, really, it's just the mattress itself where I store my, cooking supplies and things like that. The system for clothes, I mean, it's pretty much like that is your system. Like, you got no choice. Like, there's nothing I can really do to make this more neat. So, I mean, and obviously, like in the summertime or in the spring or whatever, it's a lot less clothing in here. It's just that I got this thick winter, jackets and stuff like that. It just looks like a mess over there, but really, you can tell it's just a lot of thick winter coats and stuff. But I'm gonna show you guys these, man. And these, as you can see, they just blow out like that. I'm gonna show you. You put these in each window, and it blocks people from the outside to see in. So let me just go ahead and put those up real fast. All right, so I just went ahead and put them up. As you can see, you can't even see. I can't even show you. It's tough to even show you a demonstration. That's how dark it is in here. But that's to block the light from the outside, as well as, when I'm on my cell phone and stuff like that, that's the only time you can see through my tints, is that I got the light of my cell phone, showing, so people on the outside could see me in my car. So if I want to watch like Netflix on my phone, or watch a video on my phone, or scroll through whatever I got to scroll through, or talk to whoever I'm talking to and stuff like that, I don't want people on the outside to see me, on my phone. So I got these, and also in case anyone, on a rare occasion does some creeper stuff and decides to, like, put their face up to the glass to see what's going on in my car, they can't, you know. I got another one of these to block that out as well. As you can see, just one is cool. Just don't feel like, trying to put up both, and I could. It's not really that hard. It's just, I just don't feel like it. It's underneath my seat. But that could totally block it out. But as of right now, so works pretty cool. You can get these off Amazon. I forget the price of how much they were. I bought them several months ago when I was planning to do all this. But like I said, they come in handy. It's nice to have when I'm sleeping at night. Blocks everything out from the outside. Just makes me feel more private. Again, if I want to get changed, I also got the tints from my outside as well as the tints on my inside, basically, with these. So I don't have to ever worry about somebody looking into my car. And, that's pretty much it for the inside of my car.
All right, so really, I mean, that was just a quick tour of my car. Really not a lot to see, but it's just to give you an idea how I'm doing things and stuff like that. In case maybe you're thinking about doing it yourself, give you some ideas on what you can do and stuff like that. But really, just me living out of a Chevy Cobalt. It's not living out of a van or, a truck or something fancy like that where I got it all decked out and stuff. I mean, really just took the passenger side seat out, put some wood plank down, and just mattressed it up, man. Just made it comfortable to sleep at night. And I can say that I am sleeping really good too. I don't know what it is, why I'm sleeping so much better in my car than when I slept in a mattress, a bed, a queen size bed. It's like I don't get it. I guess I used to toss and turn and wake up in the middle of the night and stuff like that. And for whatever reason in my car, I sleep clean through the night and actually feel comfortable in the morning when I wake up, not feeling like I want to get out of bed. And that just sounds so crazy to me. But I don't know. I think, I was talking to my friend Ed about it, and he was just saying, he's like, you don't have stress, and I think that he's right. I don't have bills to pay. Just knowing that, all my money that I'm making is just going straight into my bank account. There's minimal bills. It's not rent, there's not electric bill, there's not a cable bill, utility bill, whatever. It's all going into my bank account, and that's what makes me feel good, and that's the whole goal of this is basically just stack up money so I can just do as I please, save up for maybe buying property in the future, or like I said, going on traveling. I'd like to take more trips, and things like that. Also, I'd like my car to last me forever. I wish I could have my car for the rest, excuse me, for the rest of my life. But if it's that's another thing I just want to be sure I'm ready for. I don't want to get a car payment. So if I stack up some money, maybe like 10 to 15K, and just put that money aside and just save that up in case my car ever does bite the dust, I'm not SOL. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get a car payment. I want to be able to just show up to the dealership with cash in hand and be like, yo, let me get this car, and then just be done with it. Like I said, I was in 80K of debt, student loan debt. I was in 80K of debt, and I should have been doing this while I was in that debt, and I'd have been out of that debt a lot faster. It basically took me 10 years of hard work, working two jobs, working, you know, overtime at these jobs and stuff like that, just trying to get as much money as I could and just budgeting to a T, making sure I just budget correctly and stuff like that. So that being said, I don't have that debt hanging on me anymore. I just want to stack up that money, get that money back to where it needs to be in my bank account, and I just don't want to have to deal with nothing about that. I feel it's good not having to pay bills. Obviously, everyone wants to live for free, and I'm literally living for free. I mean, I got my storage unit, which is $86 a month, and then I got my gym membership, which is $22 a month. Still, I'm winning. I'm winning. Rather than paying $800 to $1,200 a month, like, listen, I'm winning. I'm just saving. You know, the only thing that's tough is dating life. If you want to take a girl back to your place, or some girls out there just, think like, oh man, you ain't got nothing, whatever. This is a whole nother topic for a whole nother video, so I'm not going to really get into that. I'm going to save that for another video. You're just going to have to sit and watch. I mean, you're going to have to wait and watch for that video to come out, as to how that's been going as far as my dating and stuff like that. We'll get into that another day. It's one to definitely sit and watch, and you'll see what I'm talking about, But honestly, from a strategic standpoint, man, I'm doing a great job, man. I mean, it feels good just having, all the money that I want at my leisure, and I'm making double my salary of my previous position in Jacksonville, Florida. So they're paying me more money, and I'm living for free. I'm getting double the pay that I was getting in Jacksonville with overtime benefits, and I'm living for free. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. And you guys might think, man, Shane, you dumb, or you crazy, or whatever. Okay. Okay. I'll show you my bank account in a couple, maybe a year or so. You'll be like, wow. Wow. Exactly. Because I'm living for free. Like I said, it's a strategic move, man, for real. And I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying not living the routine, normal life. I think I'm rebelling against the American dream right now. Now's the time to do it for me. Like I said, I'm out of debt. I don't have any kids. I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. There's no responsibilities. I have absolutely no stress in my life as far as a financial standpoint. There's no stress that way. As far as a relationship standpoint, there's no stress. There's no stress that way. As far as having kids and having to get a sitter or what, there's no stress that way. Honestly, all Shane has to do is whatever he wants to do outside of work, you know? And that's it. Like, I just got to go to work, make the money, and just, go do and explore whatever I want to do outside of work. And like I said, in these videos coming up, I'm going to be showing you guys like what I cook, how I eat. I'm going to be showing you guys some art. I might do some poetry. Like I said, stop animation and stuff like that. Just leave some comments and stuff like that. If you like it, cool, that's great. I'm not asking for subscriptions and things like that. That's all on you guys. I'm not here to beg for anybody. This is just more for myself to document it, and then also to kind of help other people out. I would like to be able to help, the little bit of knowledge that I have, which isn't a ton, but still, I do know how to do some things, for real. So maybe the knowledge that I can share with you guys would go a long way, and that would make me feel good knowing that you watched my videos and you learned something and you were able to take it on and spread it on to the rest of the world. So that's what it's really all about. I'm not here for paychecks. I get paid pretty good at my job already, so I mean, a lot of people go to YouTube trying to get a paycheck and stuff. Like and subscribe, hit the like button, subscribe, this and that. Like, listen, I'm not going to ask for all that because I am one of those people that have watched videos and the people say like and subscribe. It still doesn't. I could like your content and still I wouldn't like and subscribe. Like, I don't know. I just watched it. I'm okay, but maybe that's just on me. So you ain't got to like my videos and stuff like that. But honestly, if you learn something from it, that's what makes me feel good about it. So hopefully maybe you guys learn some stuff and maybe I can teach you some more stuff along the way, things that I know. We'll get into more topics and stuff as these videos go on. Really today was just an introduction, just quick about myself. I can ramble on, so I don't really want to try to make it too long. And it really was just about to show you the setup of my car, which really doesn't take long at all because it's a small, compact 2010 Chevy Cobalt, man. But it's my Chevy Cobalt, man. My Chevy Cobalt, it's my home, it's my house, it's where I live, it's how I'm living, for real. It's a sweet life, man. We'll see, and I'm about to show y'all, for real. It's a sweet life, man. I like it simple, it's easy. Sometimes you just gotta be simple, man. Mother told me to be a simple man, and that's exactly what I'm being, for real. So that's really it. That concludes this episode of SugaShanes Sweet Life. Please stay tuned in the future. And I'll catch you on the next episode.